Can I start the lecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So last lecture we have completed this example. We completed two examples related to the sinusoidal quantities. So let's start the third lecture. Third example. Okay, write down this example. RMS value of alternating current is 30 ampere and its frequency is 25 hertz. Write it equation to find the instantaneous value. Also calculate its average value and time period. First of all, find out the instantaneous value of this current. RMS value of current is given 30 ampere. Frequency is given F is equal to 25 hertz. So how to write this equation of current? Instantaneous value of this current I. Then find out its average value and time period. 30 number Vedant. First give the answer of instantaneous value. How to write this equation? 30 number Vedant Bhatt. Give me the answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the answer of this question would.
Yes. I cannot hear your voice. તમારો અવાજ નથી આવતો વેદાંત ભટ્ટ. Yes, Vedant. I cannot hear you. $31. Desha. 31 number Desha.
Yes, sir.
Just give me the answer.
Sir, just calculating.
See how we write equation. Any alternating quantity I is equal to Im sine theta or
Omega
Im
t.
sine omega t. Okay.
Yes.
So what is Im here? Is given
IR
Im
by root 2.
what?
IRMS into root 2, I think.
Yes, IRMS into root 2. IRMS is given. See, RMS value of alternating current is given 30 ampere. We know the relationship between RMS value and maximum value. RMS value is what? RMS value of alternating quantity. That is maximum value Im divided by root 2. Clear? So Im is what? Root 2 into IRMS. So 30 into root 2. How much?
42.42.
Yes, 42.42. So equation of I is equal to Im sine omega t. Put Im is equal to what? 42.42. And what is sine omega t? Frequency is given. So omega is what?
9 2 pi.
Yes, 2 pi
2
f.
pi.
So 2 pi into 25. So it is what? 50 pi into t. Here, because time is not given. So 50 pi into t. So equation is what? You can see here the answer. First answer, I is equal to Im sine 2 pi f into t. So you get I is equal to 42.43 sine 50 pi into t. All of you get this answer? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Equation
Yes,
of
sir.
instantaneous value. Now what is the average value?
27.02.
Okay, what is the equation you use? Which equation you use?
2 Im by pi.
Yes, average value of sinusoidal alternating quantity is what? 2 Im by pi. Im we already calculated 42.43. So answer is 27 ampere. Average value of current is 27 ampere. All of you got this answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, time period is how much? How to calculate time period?
0.04 seconds.
0.04.
Yes, yes.
1
very
upon frequency.
Yes, 1 upon f. So f is given 25, so it's 0.04 second. Clear? Here is my printing mistake. It is written 0.01 second. But actual answer is 0.04 second. Clear? 1 by 25. Clear? So here the example is over. Now next example. Write down a sinusoidal alternating current expressed by I is equal to 100 sine 377 into t. Calculate its RMS value, average value, and frequency. Give me the answer. Anyone? What is the RMS value?
70.9.
70.9.
50 root 2.
Yes. RMS value is 70.9 or 70.7 ampere. Whatever you. Okay. So equation is what? 100 sine 37 72. Im is given. Maximum value is 100. So as we know the relation between RMS maximum, RMS is maximum divided by root 2. So you get 70.7. Now average value?
63.7.
Yes, 63.7 ampere. Yeah. Is 2 Im by pi.
Frequency 60 hertz.
And frequency is 60 hertz. How we can write? Because omega is given. 2 pi f is given. 2 pi f is how much? 377. So f is equal to what? 377 divided by 2 pi. Clear? So you get the 60 hertz frequency. So all of you get this answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Is there any doubt? Anyone?
Yes.
So here this chapter is over. It's a very small chapter. So as you can see that we have started from this definition of we first see what is the difference between AC and DC circuit. Why generally prefer the AC? We find out the number of reasons that because of that we generally prefer to use the AC as compared to the DC. But in some of the applications still we are using the DC because of some advantage like charging of the battery, like in your mobile phone, electrostatic circuits, all these things. Okay, so we first see the difference between AC and DC, comparison between AC and DC circuit. What are the different types of wave shape? Then we have see the different number of different terms related to the AC quantity, like waveform, time period. Yes, this one, time period, instantaneous value, cycle, what is called amplitude, what is called time period, frequency, what is the angular velocity, what is phase angle, what is the phase angle difference, what is called as in phase, out of phase, and then we derive the equation of alternating voltage. So this is the equation, and then we do calculation of the related examples. Then we study what is the average value or what is the mean value of the alternating quantity, and how to find out the average value from the waveforms, like half wave rectifier waveform, how to find out average value, how to find out the average value of full wave rectifier. Same way for the RMS value also. Clear? How to find out the RMS value of the rectifier, half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, and then form factor, peak factor, and then related example we have calculated. Clear? So here I complete this chapter. If you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Otherwise, I will start the next chapter, chapter number 6, AC series circuit. Is there any doubt to anyone in this chapter?
Sir,
Yes?
sir, in case of the average value of sinusoidal alternating current, sir, in derivation,
Yes.
can we try another method, sir? That I is equals to Im sin omega t as first equation, and another formula Q equals to IT, and by taking derivative, it will be dq equals to I dt. Then by taking integration both the sides, dq equals to I dt, and if so we substitute the limit as t by 2 to 0, sir, we will get the answer as I equals to 2m by pi. Can we
Yes,
do
you
the
can.
derivation by using that method?
Yes, you can use this method also. Okay, that see in the mathematics here in the electrical engineering, like find out average or RMS value, you can find 2 or 3 methods. Okay, you can use any method. There is no problem. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Is there any other doubt to anyone in this chapter? Yes, please. Anyone? Any other doubt? So I move for the next chapter.
Sir, can you give us some sample question papers related to this chapter?
Yes, I will give you sample questions, not a question paper, but I will give you some questions, important questions, how to ask the questions from this chapter. Okay, so that will I will provide to after completion of each and every chapter. I will give you some questions. Okay, what type of questions maybe come in from this chapter? Clear? Yes. Is there any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Another? Anything else? So let's start this new chapter that is called as a single phase AC series circuit. All of you can get this screen? New chapter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So see, the name of this chapter is single phase AC series circuit. So what is the meaning of single phase circuit or single phase AC circuit? Can anyone give me the answer? What is the meaning of single phase? Yes? Anyone? Whatever you know. What is the meaning of single phase?
So the circuit which consists of only one element, that is either resistor or inductor or capacitor, it's called single phase.
No. Anyone? Any
Sir,
other?
distribution of electronic alternating current?
No. Have you learned this this topic in your 12th standard or 11th standard? Single phase AC circuit like this? बनी गया था कोई? Or it is new for you? Yes. Or if you have learned this topic, or it is new to all of you? So based on that, I go
Sir,
for
new.
Okay. So there is another question. Which type of supply come at your home? See, at your homes there is a AC power. Okay. So which type of AC supply you get? You know that there are 2 types of AC supply.
Yes, sir. Single phase and 3 phase.
Yes. So what is the difference between this single phase and 3 phase? That is my question.
Sir, in single phase we have only one AC source.
We get AC.
Yes. Any other? Single phase means we have one source. Okay. So in 3 phase we have 3 sources. Okay. Any other? Any other want to give the answer? So where we use the 3 phase and where we use the single phase? How we know that?
Sir, three phase is used where requirement of voltage is more.
Requirement of voltage
Current
or power?
consumption.
Means power, okay.
Yes, sir.
Ultimately, we require what power? Yes, power is what combination of voltage and current. Yes, so where we require large power, that time we prefer to use a three-phase.
Three phase.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
At your home, our requirement of power is less, so that's why we prefer to use a single phase. Clear? But in some of the cases, we require large power, so that's why we use a three-phase. Okay. Another question: how we get this single phase from the utility? Utility directly transmit the single phase power or three phase power? Anyone know this? Yes, anyone? How you get this single phase supply at your home?
Sir, through
Is there any-
transformers.
Yes,
From
yes,
transformers. Yes.
yes. Through transformer. So transformer generate this single phase from three phase. It is true. What is the function of transformer?
To step up or step down voltage.
Yes, that is a function is only step up and step down. But my question is that how you get the single phase supply at your home? A utility generate the single phase and directly send to your home, or it generate the three phase and then after by some conversion it's you are reach at your home you reach the single phase supply. How you get the single phase supply? Yes. Anyone? Think about it. Yes. Anyone have any idea? So single phase means what? There is a one phase and one return wire that we call as the neutral wire. Okay. So at our home we require the single phase supply because our requirement for power is less. But in some other applications we require large power. So we use a three phase with one neutral. Okay. So that is called as a three phase supply. Clear? So as you see that how AC is different from AC circuit. Okay. So as we know that in the DC circuit we have resistance only, where in AC circuit we have resistance, inductance and capacitor, three elements. Clear? So as we know that inductor and capacitor that oppose the current flow in the AC circuit. And second difference is that the magnitude of the current in the AC circuit that is affected by the frequency, because XL and XC is depend upon frequency. Clear? Where in DC circuit that is not possible because there is no XL and XC. Clear? So current is not depend on the frequency because frequency is also zero in the DC. But in the AC circuit, because XL and XC is depend upon frequency, so current will be affected by the as you change the value of frequency. So that is another situation not happen in the DC circuit. The third one is in the DC circuit voltage and current that you can add it directly by arithmetically. Okay, but in the AC circuit it cannot be possible because it is easy to add the voltage and current if circuit is only resistive. But suppose circuit is inductive or capacitive or combination of this, then the voltage and current is not direct relation or that is not in phase with each other. So there is some phase difference between the voltage or current. So if you want to add two voltage or two current, you cannot directly add this by some simple arithmetic addition. Clear? So you require the vector addition for AC quantities. So by this way, this alternating quantity that different from this or AC quantity different from the DC quantity. So all this feature make this analysis of this AC circuit quite different as compared to this DC circuit. So in this chapter we will focus about the different types of the series AC circuit like series RL circuit, series RC circuit, series RLC circuit, and resonance in the series RLC circuit. Clear? And I hope that all of you already know that what is the relationship between voltage and current if circuit is pure resistive, when it is pure inductive and pure capacitive. Yeah. So here in this chapter, your syllabus, we have not covered the what is the relation between voltage and current for pure inductive, capacitive and resistive circuit. So directly we go for the combination of RL, RC and series RLC. Clear? So first topic, write down series RLC circuit. So when you provide the AC supply to series RLC circuit, so what is the relationship between voltage and current? You can see the diagram of this series RL circuit, and you can see the voltage across this resistance, that is VR, and voltage across this inductance is VL. Here, V is the supply voltage, Vm sin omega t, current flowing from this circuit is I. So it is a combination of pure resistive and inductive circuit. So what is the relationship between voltage and current? Can anyone give me the answer?
Sir, phase difference 90 degree.
Phase difference 90 degree, no. It's a combination of R and L. It is not exactly 90 degree. Yes, there is a possibility that that is near to 90 degree, but not exactly 90 degree. 90 degrees happen only when your circuit is purely inductive only. Clear? But it's a combination of R and L. So what is the range of angle? Or by how much angle your current is lead or lag the voltage? Okay, let's first discuss what is the relationship between voltage and current if the circuit is purely resistive. Suppose in this circuit I remove this inductor and supply same voltage to this resistor only. Then what is the relation between supply voltage and current flowing into this circuit? Is there any angle difference or
V
phase
equals-
difference?
V equals
Yes.
Y.
Zero angle difference.
What is the difference, phase angle difference? 0 degree? Yes or no?
Yes. 0 degree.
Then
Yes,
suppose I remove this resistance and only inductor is present. Then what is the relation between voltage and current?
90 degree.
90 degree what?
Phase difference.
Yes, but which quantity lag or lead from another quantity?
The current will
Current leads the voltage.
Current lead or lag?
Leg.
Current lag, yes. Current lag by the voltage by
Current-
90 degree. Okay. And same way, suppose only capacitive circuit, then
Legs.
Current
Current
lead by
lags
90.
by
current leads by
Lead by.
yes,
Current lead by 90 degree.
by 90
current
degree.
leads the voltage by 90 degree. Clear? So now give the answer. What is the phase difference when R and L in combination? R
0 to 90.
0 to
90.
yes, very good. Between 0 to 90. Then when this angle is increases in the RL circuit, when this angle is increases, suppose I increase the value of inductance as compared to the resistance. Then
When
this
resistance decreases.
No, my question is that suppose in this RL circuit, I increase the value of inductance as compared to the resistance, then the phase difference angle increase or decrease?
Sir, decrease.
Decrease?
No, sir, it will increase
Okay.
because
Okay.
tan phi must be a phase angle, and so it is equals to omega L, so it is directly proportional. So it will increase phase angle.
Yes. I think you have learned this topic, okay? This RLC. ભણી ગયા છો ને already તમે? This tan phi, power factor and all this thing, okay? So same thing we have repeated. So as you increase the inductance, what will happen? What will happen as you increase the inductance value? The angle difference phi, that is what? Nothing but a XL divided by R. Okay. So that will increase. Let's see in the next slide also. how this increases. So as you see here in this circuit, RL circuit, VR is the voltage difference, potential difference across R. VL is the voltage difference across inductor that we call IXL. XL is the inductive reactance. Suppose supply frequency is F. So as we know that in the series connection, same current is flowing. So if you draw this for this circuit a phasor diagram, and if you take the current as a reference phasor, so you get this type of vector diagram. You can see that in the x-axis we have current, and as we know that the voltage across the resistance and current flowing through the resistance, there is no phase difference. Yeah, both are in same phase. So if current in the x-axis, so voltage across the resistance is also in the x-axis. Yeah, so that's why you can see that here in the vector diagram, the VR, voltage across R, and current both are in the same axis. Yeah, there is no phase difference. Now, voltage across the inductor VL and current, you can see that both are perpendicular to each other, because voltage across the inductor and current through the inductor, that has 90-degree phase difference. Current is lag behind the voltage by 90 degree. So you can see that I draw the vector of VL at perpendicular to the x-axis, which is the axis of current. Clear? So when I join these 2 points, one is the vector of VR, which is in the x-axis, the same as the current, and one is the vector of VL, voltage across the inductor. So when I join these two vectors, O and B, so I give what? Total supply voltage, that is V. Clear? So V is equal to what? That is, if we find out mathematically, so it is a OB square is equal to OS square plus AB square. Clear? O is what? That is a voltage across R. So it is VR square plus AB is what? Voltage across the L. So it is VL square. So VR is what? I into R. Current flowing to the resistance into resistance of this circuit. Clear? So I into R whole square plus I into XL whole square. Clear? Take I common. So you get the equation of voltage V is equal to I square root of R square into XL square. So from this equation, you can make the equation of current flowing from this circuit. I is equal to V divided by square root of R square plus XL square. And this square root of R square plus XL square, that is what? That is the impedance of this circuit. Clear? All of you know this? Impedance. What is called as the impedance of the circuit? Combination of resistance plus impedance provided by the, or inductive reactance provided by the inductor. Clear? So this is a mathematical analysis of this RL circuit. Clear? We find out what is the voltage, how to find out the voltage, total voltage, by vector summation of voltage across R and voltage across inductance. Same way we find out the current also in this equation. Clear? Now, as we see the impedance, that is square root of R square plus XL square. So we write the equation of current another way, like I is equal to V by Z. Clear? Now, what is the angle this in this figure vector diagram? You can see that this angle phi between OB and OA. What we angle called? Angle ne શું કહીશું આપણે?
Phase angle.
VL by
Phase and
Yes, that is called as a phase angle. Okay. So as one student previously tell that tan phi. Tan phi is what? From this vector diagram, you find out the tan phi.
VL by VR.
So that is VL by VR.
VL by VR.
What is VL? That is I into XL. And VR is what? I into R. So what is tan phi? XL divided by R.
XL by R.
XL by
XL by R.
XL by R.
Okay. So when the value of tan phi will increase? As the value of XL will increase? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And-
sir.
Okay. So it means what? Your angle will increase? Yes or no? If tan phi is increased, the angle phi will increase?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So now
Yes,
you
sir.
understand that if you increase the value of inductance, what will happen? The phase difference between voltage and current, that will increases.
Increase.
Yeah. Now you understand this mathematically also, that as you increase the value of inductor, so what will happen? Inductive reactance is increases, XL is increases. So tan phi is increases. Tan phi increases means what? your phi will increases. So phi is what? The phase difference between this voltage and current, that will increases. Clear? So if you suppose apply this here, voltage V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So what is the equation of current for this series RL circuit? Because current is lag behind the voltage by angle phi. So the equation of current becomes what? I is equal to Im sin omega t minus phi. Clear? Suppose same way, if you want to write the equation for the only resistive circuit, so at that time, what is the equation of current for the same voltage? V is equal to Vm sin omega t. શું આવશે? For the pure resistive circuit only, what is the equation for current? Yes, anyone? Give me the answer. For pure resistive circuit, what is the equation of current?
I equals to Im sin omega t minus t.
For only resistive circuit, I am saying that. This is the equation for
Im sin omega t.
yes.
Sin omega.
Why only sin omega t? Why not phi? Because there is no phase angle difference. Clear? So from the equation itself, you can identify which circuit is there. Okay, inductive circuit or capacitive circuit or only resistive circuit. So from the equation of voltage and current, you can identify which type of circuit from which this current is flowing. Clear? If the angle is minus, it means that this is an inductive circuit. Or you can say that combination of resistance and inductive circuit. Clear? Suppose this angle is plus omega t plus phi. Clear? It means it is a capacitive circuit. Clear? So now after doing this analysis, we arrive to the very important conclusion that in the inductive circuit, current lags behind the voltage, angle phi is greater than 0 but less than 90. It means the range of angle is between 0 to 90. So how to determine? So as we see, you can determine from this tan phi, you calculate tan phi. If you know the value of inductor, resistor, so you can calculate inductive reactance. So take the ratio of XL divided by R, you can calculate tan phi and take the inverse of this angle, so you get the value of phi. Clear? So as you see that as the greater the value of this ratio, the meaning that the angle value is higher, vice versa. Clear? So this is the conclusion from the analysis of this circuit right now. Now, what is the equation of instantaneous power? How to derive the instantaneous power equation for this series RL circuit? As you know that instantaneous power we represent by the small letter P. P is equal to what? Voltage into current. Simple. Clear? So voltage we know the supply voltage V is equal to Vm sin omega t. You can see here it is given. Now we already know what is the current. I is equal to Im sin omega t minus phi. So what is the value of instantaneous power? Yes, anyone? Give me the answer. What is the value of instantaneous power? I already give the answer. Yes, anyone? V is equal to what?
V into I.
V into I.
Yes, V into I, but V in I is already given. V is equal to what? Vm sin omega t, and I is equal to Im sin omega t minus phi. Clear? So it is Vm Im sin omega t minus phi. Yes or no? All of you please write down this equation, instantaneous power, and simplify this equation. So here you get Vm Im sin omega t minus phi. Okay. So solve this equation by trigonometric, sine into sine. Yes.
Sir, half Vm Im cos phi minus Vm Im cos 2 omega t by minus phi.
Please repeat again.
Half into Vm Im cos phi minus Vm Im cos 2 omega t minus 5.
Okay. So how to find out this? So you can see here, if you divide and multiply with 2, so you get 2ss. So as you know that in the trigonometry, 2ss is what? C minus C. First subtraction, then addition. So cos omega t minus minus plus, so plus 5. So you get cos 5. Clear? Minus cos, then addition of these two angles, omega t and omega t minus 5. So you get cos 2 omega t minus 5. Clear? So when you simplify this equation, so finally you get 1/2 Vm cos phi minus 1/2 Vm cos 2 omega t minus 5. So here you can see that instantaneous power has two components. One is 1/2 Vm cos phi. So how this element is changed with respect to frequency, or it will not change? So with this, what is the name of this component? First component, 1/2 Vm cos phi. And what is the name of the second component? 1/2 Vm cos 2 pi, cos 2 omega t minus phi. This first part is almost constant if the angle is constant. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Where
sir.
second part is what? Is a pulsating. Why? Because it is cos 2 omega t minus phi. It is depend upon omega. Omega is what? 2 pi into f. It means as the frequency is changed, this component is changed. Yes. So first part, that is we call as a constant part, or we can say that is the average value of this instantaneous power. Clear? So there are two parts, constant part and one is the pulsating component. You can see here, second part, 1/2 Vm cos 2 omega t minus phi. Its average value is what? 0, because that is pulsating. Clear? Whatever the positive magnitude, same negative value you can get in the same cycle. Clear? So if you take the average of this second component, then you get the 0 value. Clear? So first component, average power or constant part, that is Vm by 2 cos phi. So another way we can write down this equation like Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2 into cos phi. And as we know that Vm by root 2 is what? RMS value of this voltage, and Im by root 2 is what? RMS value of that current. Clear? So we replace this Vm by root 2 by V, which is nothing but RMS value of voltage, and Im by root 2 by I, which is the RMS value of current. So now equation of power P, that becomes what? Vi cos phi. And this part is also called as the active power of the circuits. Clear? So here in this series RL circuit, the active component is P is equal to Vi cos phi. Clear? Now, what is the cos phi here? So cos phi is nothing but a power factor. Clear? Cos phi is what? That is nothing but a power factor of your circuit. So here your circuit is combination of R and L. So you can find out this power factor from this equation. P is equal to Vi cos phi if you know the value of power, if you know the V and I. Another way you can find out the power factor cos phi by the equation like IR by IZ. If you make the equation of this cos phi from this vector diagram, you can see that cos phi is what? That is VR divided by V. Clear? VR is what? I into R, and V is what? Supply voltage, which is I into Z. Clear? So IR into IZ, that becomes what? You can see here, IR divided by IZ. So that becomes R by Z. If you know the value of R, if you know the value of Z, then you can find out the power factor. And we know the value of Z is what? Square root of R square plus XL square. Clear? So this is another way you can find out the power factor from the circuit. So based on the given data, you can find out power factor. Now, alternately, also you can express the active power or this average power by this equation, Vi cos phi, that we already derived here. Now, as we know that V is equal to what? I into Z. Okay, and cos phi is R by Z. So if you replace this V I by Z cos phi R by Z, So finally your equation of power becomes what? I square into R. Clear? I square into R is what? That is nothing but a power loss happens in the your circuit. So this active component, that is nothing but a power which is responsible for doing the active work. Clear? So in any electrical circuit, your active component is what? That is nothing but a component of power which doing the actual work, actual useful work. Yeah. So this is a equation of active power. So in a resistor circuit, as we know that, because power is in the resistor circuit, that is consumed. Clear? Whatever power you give to the resistive load, all power is consumed by the resistor in terms of heat. Clear? Where inductance, that cannot consume any power. Inductance as well as capacitance, both does not consume any power, because whatever power you give on to this inductance and capacitor, same power that give again to the source after some time period. Clear? So it means inductor and capacitor store some power for some duration. After that, they release the power and given to the source again. So we can say that inductance and capacitance does not consume power. Only resistor in the electrical circuit that consumes the power. Clear? So that is another difference between DC and AC circuit. Yes. Now, how to draw the waveform voltage, current and power for this series RL circuit? So you can see here in this waveform, my voltage is starting from 0. You can see here starting from 0 angle, half cycle is over as 180 degree and complete cycle is over at omega t is equal to 360 degree. Here you can see that. Clear? Now this is the series RL circuit, and as we know that my current is lag behind the voltage by angle phi. Clear? Suppose that, assume that my value of inductor and resistor is such a way that this angle phi is 30 degree. Clear? So current is start from 30 degree, yes or no? So you can see that here my 30 degrees here. Clear? At this point the current will start flowing in positive direction. You can see here. Clear? But before this current is positive, it is negative between 0 to 30 degree. Clear? Because in the previous cycle it is negative. As you know that there is a alternative positive, negative, positive, negative. Clear? So before current is positive here at angle theta, before that it is negative. Clear? But after 30 degree, because of the phase angle difference between voltage and current is 30, after 30 degree it increases and it becomes 0 at which angle? 210 angle, because at every 180 degree it changed the polarity. So here you can see that 30 degree it changed the polarity from negative to positive. Now after 180 degree, it means 180 plus 30, 210 degree, again it changed the polarity from positive to negative. So you can see that now after 210 degree current becomes negative, and that becomes 0 again for the next 180 degree. It means 210 plus 180. Clear? So because of the phase difference between voltage and current, you can see the wave shape of voltage and current lag behind or apart from each other by angle theta or phi. Here it is 30 degree. Now how to draw the waveform of power from these two quantity, voltage and current? We know the power is voltage and current, multiplication of voltage and current. So same logic you can use to draw the waveform of power also. Clear? So first of all you can see the what is the value of voltage between 0 to 30. Voltage is positive, you can see here. What is the magnitude of current between 0 to 30? It is negative. Clear? It is negative. So what is the multiplication between voltage and current? Obviously it is negative, because if any one quantity is negative, ultimately your total quantity becomes negative when you multiply both these. Clear? So here voltage is positive but current is negative, so that's why you get the power P that is negative. So you can see that here the small sine wave that you can see between 0 to 30 degree, that is negative because your current is negative. So power is negative between 0 to 30 degree. Clear? But after 30 degree you can see that voltage is what? Positive up to 180 degree. Clear? Voltage is positive, remain positive up to 180 degree. And current is also become positive after 30 degree, and that is remain positive up to 210 degree. Clear? So if you calculate the power between 30 to 180 degree, so it becomes what? Positive, because both are positive between 30 to 180 degree. So you can see that waveform of power P, that is a larger than voltage and I, because it is a multiplication of V and I, and that is remain positive because both quantity is positive. Clear? Now after 180 degree, what happened? Voltage becomes negative because at every 180 degree it will change its polarity. Clear? But current is still positive because current is start at 30 degree. So it becomes negative after 210 degree. So between 180 to 210 degree, what will happen? Current become positive but voltage is negative. So ultimately your power becomes negative. So you can see that your power is negative between 180 to 210. Again, after 210, what will happen? Current becomes negative, and current voltage also remains negative up to this 360 degree. So between this 210 and this 360 degree, your voltage and current both are negative. So ultimately your power is again positive. Clear? Minus minus plus. So you can see that the power waveform between 210 to 360, that become again positive. Clear? Same way happens between after this 360 degree to here. Clear? What will happen? Your voltage is becomes positive but current is still negative. So again you get the small negative power between this degree. Clear? All of you understand this wave shape of voltage, current and power relation for the series RL circuit? How to draw this? It is simple like a multiplication of two quantity mathematically. Clear? Same way you can draw the waveform also. Is there any doubt to anyone in this waveform? Yes? Yes, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay.
No, sir.
If you understand this concept of series RL circuit, what is the phase difference, what is the active power equation, what is the current equation, what is the power factor angle, and how it is different from purely resistive, purely inductive and pure capacitive circuit. Are we clear this one? So in this lecture we have stopped here. The next lecture we start the next topic like series RC circuit and some related example to this both the circuits. Clear? So here I stop this lecture.